What's going on, guys? Welcome to a very special episode of Easy Buckets, guys. This is a video and a list of me telling you guys players that we wish we never drafted this season. Y'all ready to get into this video? 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Let's go. Boom. So basically how this video is going to work, guys, is I've created a list of about 10 to 15 players who right now are just fantasy duds and just players that we wish we never drafted. These players could have either been in the top 50 of our picks or even top 100, but players that we were expecting to give us good fantasy value. We expected these players to do something for our fantasy teams, and because now we're halfway into the season, we wish that we drafted someone else instead of these players. So without further ado, let's go straight to the list. The first player on this list is Ricky Rubio of the Utah Jazz, guys. We all know that we were expecting him to have an offensive and a fantasy stud stats, 15 points to 8 assists on the Utah Jazz's new offensive system, but because he's playing now in a Donovan Mitchell edition, Rubio is not playing great, and we just wish that he was playing better than where we drafted him at the early 50s. Brook Lopez, guys, being a really crucial veteran on the Lakers, he is not producing as what we were wanting because the Lakers are trying to produce and just get used to the young guns, and Brook Lopez is a veteran and not playing the minutes and doing the stats that we want him to do as he did in the Nets. Serge Ibaka of the Raptors, guys, the reason why he's so bad and we drafted him in the early 50s is because the Raptors are doing a timeshare with him, Portal, Siakam, so many bigs on the Raptors, and Serge Ibaka is just not doing what we wanted him to do last year as he did with the blocks, threes, and rebounds. Julius Randle, it's so easy to say it, but Randle is not a fantasy monster as we expect him to be. He was one of the players we were expecting to be a breakout superstar fantasy player, but nope, he's coming off the bench for the Lakers, guys. So Randle's a player that we wish we didn't draft in the 60s round. Jonas Valanciunas is also in a timeshare, just like Ibaka with Portal and Siakam, and the reason why he's not producing well is because Dwayne Casey plays him in less than 20 minutes a game, which is not going to help his fantasy value, and which we drafted him in the early 70s is just killing us. Willie Hernangomez of the Knicks, guys, getting no minutes at all in the Knicks offense and just playing only garbage time, but it's just sad to say that he's a player that we were expecting to give double-doubles on a nightly basis, but nope, Enes Kanter's addition made him a drop candidate. Nerlens Noel, a player not in the Mavericks system as well. He's in the same situation as Willie Hernangomez, getting no PT in the rotation, but because of other players such as Murgy and Dirk Nowitzki playing center, it's really tough to say that we drafted Nerlens Noel in the early 70 rounds and just giving us no production. Marquise Chris, another reason, coming off the bench for the Suns, guys, playing less than 20 minutes a game, and even when he does get minutes, he's not doing well and not giving you fantasy value, guys, so he's a drop candidate, and we just wish that he would be better because we were expecting better from him. Willie Cauley-Stein, a player who we were expecting to be a fantasy stud, but because he is still starting and sometimes coming off the bench for the Kings, he's not giving you fantasy value that we wanted, only averaging 10 points a game, and that's just really tough to say that we drafted him in the early 80s to late 70s. Jay Crowder, a player that we thought could give you nice stats such as Trevor Ariza giving you 3 and D stats, but even though he's playing for the Cavs, he's not getting a good usage rate for that team, and Jay Crowder is a player we drafted in the 80s rounds and just sucks. Gorgui Dieng, a player playing terrible for the Timberwolves, guys, with Taj Gibson leveling up and being a great fantasy player. Gorgui Dieng is totally out of the question of a great fantasy player, and we just wish we never drafted him because in the past he's been great, but now he just stinks. George Hill, a player we all know that has potential to be a nice fantasy monster. He's done it for the Jazz, he's done it for the Pacers, but thinking that he went to the Kings, we thought he'd be a little better than he is right now, but because the Kings are losing and he's a veteran, his future is not so bright. Greg Monroe, of course, Greg Monroe usually played for the Bucks and now being traded to the Suns. He's getting no PT on some games, playing some games, and it's just a headache to own. So Greg Monroe is just a player that we wish we never drafted in the late 90s. Marvin Williams, guys. Marvin Williams has shown in the past that he's a great focal point to the Hornets as the starting power forward, and he's still a starting power forward, but still not giving you a nice bump in the stats and at his usage rate. Derrick Rose. Yes, we drafted Derrick Rose because we knew Isaiah Thomas was injured and he'll be coming back around the new year. But Derrick Rose, even since the beginning of the season, has not been giving you fantasy stats, guys. And we drafted him as a 3rd to 4th point guard on our teams. And just, it sucks because we could have gotten someone a lot better. I hope you really enjoyed that video, and if you do enjoy that video, let me know in the comments down below what you guys are thinking. But other than that, guys, just give me a like button if you just think that, if you agree with my list. Subscribe if you guys want to be a part of the Easy Buckets growth, and just comment because I want to know what you guys are thinking, guys. But other than that, guys, it's Easy Buckets out. Take it easy. God bless. See you next time. Woo! That's Easy Buckets. Easy. That's